Dr. Hoffman, senior physician at Ridgemont Federal Sanitarium. I've been advised, though I hardly see the necessity, to begin keeping a series of recordings, much like those of Dr. Lumis, regarding the patient Michael Meyers. Now, Dr. Victor Radcliff has recently arrived here, summoned at the request of Dr. Lumis himself. I must admit I did not approve of this arrangement. Radcliff is an academic, a theorist. He has taught in Massachusetts, near Salem, if I recall correctly, lecturing on folklore, superstition, and the intersection of psychology with myth. Interesting credentials, certainly, but hardly the grounding one needs for a case such as Meyers. Still, he's here. Earlier today, he accompanied me on a ward round. I could see the way he stared at Meyers through the reinforced steel bars, like a man peering into a tomb. Radcliff said nothing for the longest time, but his eyes betrayed him. He believes in Loomis's rhetoric, in all this nonsense about evil made flesh. Let me state, for the record, I do not. At present, there seem to be 3 theories surrounding why Meyers kills. First, Loomis's theory that Michael is pure evil, a shape without a soul. Loomis spoke of him not as a man, but as an elemental force, a storm that cannot be reasoned with or understood. Dramatic language, yes, but it infected everyone around him, and now it hangs over us still. Second, Radcliffe's theory that Meyers is being influenced, perhaps even controlled by some outside force, something tied to Halloween itself. He asked me today why Meyers always returns to Haddonfield, why October 31st is the chosen night, why silence endures year after year. To Radcliffe, these patterns are no coincidence. He whispers of old traditions, of unseen hands guiding Meyers back to the same ground, the same night. And then there is my theory, the only one grounded in medicine. Michael Meyers is clinically insane, that is all. He has suffered severe trauma compounded by years of institutionalization. What Loomis calls evil, and Radcliffe calls influence, I call pathology. His killings are the result of a shattered psyche, fixation, and obsession. No force beyond the mind is required to explain him. Now, as for Dr. Loomis himself, he survived that fire at Haddonfield Memorial. A miracle, some would say, but survival does not come without cost. The burns, the smoke inhalation, the shock of watching so many die in one night, it must have left its mark upon him. Body and mind. He was already a man obsessed with Meyers before that night. The trauma he endured has only deepened that obsession. I believe that is why he summoned Radcliffe. Loomis is desperate to validate his theories, to prove that his life's work, his crusade, was not in vain. But I see something else. I see a man scarred in more ways than one, a man who cannot let go of his belief that Meyers is more than human. For the record, I will say it plainly. Michael Meyers is finished. His injuries have left him an invalid. He cannot walk, cannot speak, cannot so much as lift a hand against anyone. Loomis may continue to rage about the evil behind his eyes. But the truth is that Meyers is no longer a threat. Whatever violence he once carried, it has burned away. And that, at least, is one fact I intend to hold firm.